The White House. The very name conjures images of power, history, and the legacy of America's presidents. But behind its grand walls and stately rooms lies a story far stranger than politics and diplomacy, a story whispered in the shadows, of restless spirits and secrets that refuse to stay buried. Imagine walking the same halls where the nation's leaders have shaped history, only to feel an icy chill creeping up your spine, or to hear faint footsteps echoing in an empty corridor. What if those footsteps don't belong to any living person at all? Tonight, we're peeling back the layers of history to reveal the haunted soul of the White House, a place where the past never quite lets go. For centuries, countless people have claimed to encounter ghostly figures, unexplained noises, and shadows that vanish the moment you look directly at them. These aren't just tall tales told around campfires. Many come from the very people who work and live within these walls. From presidents to staff, their stories are chilling reminders that the White House's history isn't just written in ink, but etched into something far more mysterious. You might think the White House is just a historic building, a symbol of government and prestige, but behind closed doors, it's a place where tragedy, loss, and powerful emotions have left their mark. Tonight, you'll hear about the ghosts who refuse to leave, the secrets they protect, and the eerie events that have baffled even the most skeptical minds. Stay with us as we unlock the haunted halls of the White House and step into a world where history and the supernatural collide. Built over 2 centuries ago, the White House stands not just as the official residence of every U.S. president since John Adams, but as a silent witness to countless moments that shaped the nation. Construction began in 1792, and since then, its walls have absorbed the weight of victory and defeat, hope and heartbreak. From secret meetings during wartime to joyous celebrations, it has been a backdrop to some of the most pivotal chapters in American history. But with every triumph and tragedy, there came stories whispered in the dark, stories of spirits lingering long after their time on Earth had ended. The building's age alone makes it fertile ground for ghost stories, but it's the lives entwined with it that bring those tales to life. Presidents who faced personal loss, first ladies who grieved quietly behind closed doors, children who once played beneath its grand chandeliers, all have left echoes behind. And over the years, many who've walked its halls claim they've felt those echoes, fleeting glimpses of figures no longer among the living, or cold spots in rooms where no air conditioner runs. These aren't just myths. They are encounters that have been documented and passed down, blurring the lines between history and the paranormal. Tonight, as we journey deeper into the haunted White House, you'll discover the eerie balance of power and mystery held within its walls. These aren't mere ghost stories told to entertain. They are unsettling truths that continue to haunt the most famous house in America. Among the many spirits said to roam the White House, none is more famous or more chilling than that of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose leadership during one of the country's darkest times earned him a place in history, is also the most reported ghostly presence. Numerous accounts tell of Lincoln's ghost appearing in the Lincoln bedroom, his figure often described as tall, somber, and dressed in his iconic black coat and stovepipe hat. Staff and visitors alike have reported seeing a shadowy form sitting quietly by the fireplace or wandering the hallways late at night, a silent sentinel watching over the house he once called home. But Lincoln isn't the only spirit said to linger within these walls. Dolly Madison, wife of President James Madison, is another frequently cited apparition, known for her charm and social grace. Her playful spirit has been spotted gliding through the East Room, sometimes even heard laughing softly or rearranging flowers. Some say her presence is a comforting one, a reminder of the warmth and humanity that once filled the grand mansion. Then there's the more unsettling presence, a mysterious shadow figure that appears in the East Room, often described as a dark silhouette moving just beyond the edge of vision. It's a presence that has unsettled even the most hardened staff members, who speak of sudden drops in temperature, unexplained noises, and objects moving without explanation. These stories aren't just legends. Many have been corroborated by eyewitnesses sworn to secrecy, reluctant to speak openly, but unable to deny what they saw. These famous ghosts paint a haunting portrait of the White House, a place where history and the supernatural intersect in ways that defy explanation. As we move forward, we'll uncover even more true stories, encounters, so vivid and chilling they continue to fuel speculation about the spirits that call the White House home. Beyond the well-known spirits of presidents and first ladies, there are countless stories told by those who have lived and worked in the White House, stories that seem to come straight from a horror novel, yet are rooted in true experiences. Secret Service agents, housekeeping staff, and even presidents themselves have shared unsettling encounters that defy logic. One long-time White House maid recounted how she was cleaning late into the night when she suddenly felt a cold breeze sweep past her, even though all the windows were sealed tight. As she turned toward the hallway, she caught sight of a figure in old-fashioned clothing disappearing around a corner, a man she would later learn was likely a former president. She described the figure as transparent, almost glowing, with eyes that seemed filled with sorrow. Secret Service officers, trained to remain composed no matter what, have admitted to hearing footsteps echoing through empty hallways, or the unmistakable sound of a door gently closing by itself when no one else is nearby. One agent told of a late-night patrol in the Lincoln bedroom when the temperature suddenly plummeted. He felt as if someone was watching him, and when he turned, he swore he saw a shadow standing silently in the corner, only to vanish moments later. Even presidents haven't been immune to these eerie experiences. President Harry Truman once spoke of hearing unexplained noises and seeing ghostly figures while residing in the White House. In fact, Truman reportedly kept a loaded pistol by his bedside for comfort, a chilling testament to the strange atmosphere that sometimes gripped the building. But it's not just sounds and shadows. There are stories of flickering lights with no apparent cause, cold spots so intense they make breath visible, and items mysteriously moved or misplaced without explanation. One famous tale tells of the ghostly sound of a piano playing softly in a locked room with no musician in sight. These encounters aren't just folklore, they're detailed testimonials from those who have felt the presence of something beyond the natural world, lingering in the corridors where history was made. Each story adds a new layer to the haunted legacy of the White House, making it clear that the past isn't finished with this place, not by a long shot. Every ghost has a story, and in the White House, those stories are often tied to moments of heartbreak, betrayal, and loss that echo through time. Behind the haunting apparitions and strange phenomena lie secrets that many would rather keep hidden, stories of tragedy that refuse to fade away. One of the most haunting tales is tied to the tragic death of Willie Lincoln, the beloved son of President Abraham Lincoln and Mary Todd Lincoln. Willie's untimely death, at just 11 years old, plunged the president and first lady into deep mourning. Some believe that Lincoln's restless spirit, seen wandering the halls, is a father forever, haunted by grief, unable to find peace after losing his son. The sorrow that filled those rooms decades ago seems to have seeped into the very walls, binding the family's pain to the house itself. Other tragedies are whispered about in hushed tones, like the story of a maid who reportedly died mysteriously on the premises in the early 1900s, though official records offer little detail. Staff have recounted strange noises and shadowy figures near the area she once worked. Some speculate that her spirit lingers, trapped by unfinished business or sorrow too heavy to leave behind. The White House has also witnessed moments of political betrayal and dark power struggles that fueled tension, not only in the government, but within its very walls. Secret meetings, whispered conspiracies, and the immense pressure on presidents have created an atmosphere thick with emotional energy energy that some believe still manifests as paranormal activity. It's said that these unseen forces sometimes reveal themselves during times of great stress or turmoil. And then there are the stories that remain classified or hidden, too sensitive for the public eye. Rumors persist of secret passages and concealed rooms where events occurred that no history book has ever recorded. Some claim these hidden places are hotspots of supernatural activity, as if the darkest secrets trapped there have given birth to the restless spirits roaming the halls. These tragedies and mysteries don't just explain the hauntings, they deepen them, reminding us that the White House is far more than a symbol of democracy. It's a place where the past lingers, where pain and power collide, and where ghosts are more than just stories. They are the echoes of a history still alive, and sometimes still haunting us. What causes the spirits of the White House to linger, refusing to move on? Over the years, experts, historians, and paranormal investigators have offered a range of theories, each trying to explain the mysterious phenomena that have puzzled even the most rational minds. Some believe the intense emotional energy embedded in the White House is the root cause. After all, the mansion has been witness to centuries of triumphs, tragedies, heartbreaks, and historic decisions. Emotions as powerful as grief, fear, and hope can leave an imprint on a place, what some call a residual haunting. In this view, the ghosts aren't spirits trapped between worlds, but echoes of past events replaying endlessly, like a recording stuck on loop. Others argue that the ghosts are conscious entities, souls of those who died with unfinished business or a deep attachment to the place. The stories of Lincoln's mournful presence or Dolly Madison's playful spirit fit this theory, suggesting these figures have chosen to stay, watching over a home that meant everything to them. Yet skeptics offer explanations grounded in science and psychology. Some suggest that strange sounds, shadows, or sudden chills can be caused by the building's age, its architecture, or even the human mind playing tricks. The power of suggestion, especially in a place so steeped in legend, can make even the most mundane noises feel supernatural. Electrical issues, drafts, and even mental fatigue could account for many reports of paranormal activity. Still, despite the skepticism, the stories persist, often backed by multiple witnesses who have no reason to fabricate such tales. The White House itself has never officially dismissed the accounts of haunting. Some presidents have even joked about sharing their home with ghosts, as if acknowledging a secret reality behind the official facade. Whatever the truth may be, the hauntings of the White House continue to captivate imaginations. They challenge our understanding of history, memory, and what lies beyond the veil of the living world. Are these spirits real, echoes of the past, or simply myths born from a nation's rich and turbulent history? The answer remains a mystery, one that continues to unfold inside the walls of America's most famous home, even today. Long after the era of Lincoln and Madison, the White House continues to be a hotspot for strange and unexplained activity. Staff and visitors in the modern era have reported eerie encounters that suggest the ghosts of the past have not faded away. They remain as present as ever. In recent decades, members of the White House staff have spoken quietly about unexplained phenomena, flickering lights in empty rooms, sudden drops in temperature that send shivers down the spine, and disembodied footsteps echoing through the halls late at night. Some have reported hearing voices when no one else is around, or catching glimpses of shadowy figures vanishing before their eyes. Paranormal investigators have occasionally been invited to explore these mysteries, using modern technology like thermal cameras, electromagnetic field detectors, and audio recorders. They've tried to capture evidence of the supernatural, while skeptics argue these investigations yield nothing conclusive. Some have uncovered unexplained anomalies, strange sounds recorded on tape, cold spots detected on thermal imaging, and irregular electromagnetic readings that defy scientific explanation. Even presidents have acknowledged the haunted reputation. President Ronald Reagan once joked about feeling the presence of former presidents watching over him, while First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt reportedly spoke of hearing footsteps and seeing lights flicker during her time in the White House. More recently, staff members admit to taking paranormal stories seriously, with some even altering their schedules to avoid the most active rooms after dark. The legacy of the White House as a haunted place is alive and well, blending history, mystery, and the unexplained into a narrative that continues to grow. It's a reminder that even in the heart of political power, the past lingers sometimes just beyond the edge of sight. The White House stands not only as a symbol of America's power and history, but as a living reminder that the past never truly fades away. Its haunted halls and shadowy corners tell stories of love and loss, power and mystery, stories that invite us to look beyond the surface and wonder what secrets still linger behind closed doors. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these true accounts challenge us to consider the unseen forces that shape our world and the echoes of those who came before us. What do you think? Are the spirits of the White House real, or just legends born from its long and turbulent history? Have you ever experienced something unexplainable in a historic place? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your stories and theories. And if you're fascinated by mysteries that blend history with the supernatural, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have many more secrets waiting to be uncovered, stories that will send chills down your spine and open your eyes to the world's most haunted places. Thank you for joining us inside the haunted White House. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, some histories refuse to stay buried.